When I was a kid, I didn't understand the story of Lion King. I used to take it as a comedy. I was alerted when I watched it again when I grew up. This is a tragedy disguised as a comedy. This is Simba's low point in life. Such a low point is enough to destroy a person, because he is not like a low point, but more like an endless vacation. Simba at this time thought that he had killed his father. The great guilt and sorrow made him cry. He couldn't lift his noble head. He met two new friends, Peng and Dingman. They comforted him with their own stories. As a useless person in the jungle, they were abandoned by the world and laid down. They are carnivores, but never hunt. They eat the most easily caught worms. Although it's disgusting, they have everything they need. The life of low desire makes them have no worries at all. They enjoy themselves every day. They use a phrase to promote this Chinese philosophy. Hakuna Matata, a phrase in African, means no worries, no worries. In this philosophy, Simba let go of the regret and pain of his heart, forgetting the responsibility of his home country, and leaving the ideal pressure. A few years of youth passed by, but this comfortable time also made Simba unaware that his home country was being ruined. His loved ones were also in deep water and fire. On some sleepless nights, if he has a shadow of pain in his heart, it's a guilt that can't be erased. Looking at the starry sky, he will think, is that all I have in my life? But because life has no weight, he can't find the answer, until one day, a fairy found him. He didn't condemn his cowardice, but guided him all the way to a small pond, with water as a mirror. Simba saw himself in the eyes. He sighed, disappointed and heartbroken, but the fairy comforted him. Through the wave, he saw clearly that deep in his heart was a shadow of his father. Confidence, warmth, respect, and love were what he wanted to be. At that moment, he seemed to understand the confusion of the night, not the illusion of hope, but the better self that he wanted to be, but was stopped by fear and forgot how to get up. To understand all this, he decided to return to his home country and start over the responsibility of being quiet. With a cold heart, he turned away from the most comfortable jungle and went into the desert under the scorching sun. We all know the story. Simba gathered up his courage to face the pain and challenge his most feared enemy, and admit his many years of escape. After doing all this, he became the Lion King. The film was released in 1994. Now, it's hard to rewatch the story of Hamlet's revenge. Only in Poetry of Truth and Evil did I get a new resonance. We never fell into Simba's long vacation. We used the short pleasure to make an excuse to escape. I thought that was the meaning of life, until I felt empty in the air of pleasure. It turns out that with the pursuit of weight, although it often leads to disappointment and frustration, it also brings self-confidence from the heart. Because weight makes me a better self. What you are listening to now is the classic song of The Lion King, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? It won the Oscar for Best Original Song in 1995. At first, it was just a love song. The movie originally set it to be sung by Peng and Ding Mai, The Joy of Love. But the song's creators, Ayrton Senna and Tim Rice, opposed it. They hoped that the song would not be performed with comedy, but with a brilliant singing. I think they understand that love is not a carefree madness. It brings pride and burden. And listening to this epic melody, it is not a better protection and responsibility for the loved ones. Recently, in a documentary ad of Deluxe, this soundtrack was also used. Deluxe invited 3 spokespersons to a limited edition ranch to work together, to build camps, to cook, and to share their thoughts. Better can be a new thing. It can be a new approach to start now. Better is also a constant pursuit of quality, for a healthier future. Be brave to welcome spring and sing for life. If life is too hard, the best we can do is to never lose the courage to start in the world. Keep a better impulse to believe in better power. Deluxe. Deluxe.